Hey guys, what's up? It's the super stealthy, hard ninja star throwing, super macho nacho supremo, 8-bit ninja extraordinaire, King Monzoilus. And I'm here just to show you how to use the program that is down below once it's installed in your PS3, and also how to make the changes in your PS3 when it comes to changing the Coldboots, meaning the images and the sounds and the waves. Okay, so first of all you need to have obviously a PS3 that's jailbroken in order to be able to do this. So if your PS3 is not modded, sorry, this isn't going to work for you guys. But there's a program below. It's a package file. Just put it onto your USB and install it like you would any other package file, and then run it. Okay, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to go into it just to show you. You can change the Coldboots, which are the images, and then the sound, which is the sound, and then the waves, which is of course the waves. So this kind of looks like a spoofer. Alright, if it looks familiar to you guys, and here you go. Now every time you change something, it's going to ask you to reboot your PS3. You're always going to have to say yes no matter what to all the yes no questions. Alright, so and sometimes it does make a backup of it, and then all your backups are stored here, so you can go into them, delete them, do whatever you like. But basically when you change something, you have to go one by one. So if I want to change my cold boot right now, I have to change that. We got to keep hitting yes, and the PS3 will reboot. And then if I want to change, the waves, I got to do the same thing. So if I want to change all three and then I want to experiment, I have to restart the PS3 3 times. So this is a great program, but if you want to do everything at one shot, I'm going to show you how to do that, where you can change all three things either using FTP or using Multiman. So anyway, this is a pretty good program. So I'm going to pick the waves here, and then we're going to change that. And again, we're going to hit yes to everything every time. All right. And then your PS3 will make the change. So in order for FTP to work, all right, and for us to do what we're going to do, where we're going to make the changes ourselves, where we can do everything in one shot, change all three things. I just love that. It's cool. All right, so when you're on FTP, or in order to get to FTP and to make this work, you're going to need to have Rebug Toolbox installed, and you need to go in it. So make sure your internet is on, okay, on your PS3, it's enabled, and just go into the Rebug Toolbox. Once you're in the toolbox, you don't have to do anything else. Just engage your FTP. For everyone else, what you want to do is down below, there's a file that's a folder that's Coldboots sounds and waves. Install that entire folder onto the root of your USB stick, put that into the PS3, and then start Multiman. For those of you on FTP, just hold on, and when we get there, I'll show you what you need to do. Alright, so now that we're in Multiman and you have those files into your USB stick, we're going to go ahead and transfer them over. So go into the file manager, MMOS, use the right thumbstick to move the arrow, go up here to PS3 root, double click on X, and you get this nice little window, right? You're going to go over to USB, double click on USB 000, or whichever one has the info on it, and you'll see here, or the folder on it, you'll see here that there's the one Coldboots Sounds wave folder. Right? So we're going to click on it once to make it blue, and then hit circle. And copy will be at the top, and it'll kind of be like highlighted, so just hit X, and it's going to show you when entry has been added. So an entry copied. Now we're going to move over here, double click on PS3 root folder again. Then we're going to go into the HDD 0 and double click on that. So those of you using FTP, grab this folder that's in the link, and this is where you're going to stick it. Okay? That sounds funny. This is where you're going to stick it. So, okay, I'll stop. Press X. Oops, my bad. Don't press X. it's been copied already. We pasted it. So when go up here to the top of the window, hit circle, and it should say paste. Now press X. Now mine's already been installed. It's going to say, I want to override it or whatever. Just hit yes. And for you guys, just keep hitting yes. And FTP guys, that's where you're going to install it, in the HDD0 folder. So now once everything has transferred, the multi-man people, we're going to have to do something a little bit different. FTP people, if you notice and you go back out, you'll see that there is a dev_rebug folder there. Alright, so you could go into that folder and just wait for us to catch up. So now here in the HDD0, you should have your one Coldboots Sounds wave folder. And I put a 1 so it's always on top. Alright, make it easy. Now, multi-man guys, click over here to games. Come back out to the second column where it says settings. Hit the left thumbstick up so it takes you right to the bottom. And right near the bottom, you will see write access to dev flash. It'll be disabled. Press X and enable it. For everybody, whether on multi-man or FTP, be extremely careful what you do in this dev flash folder. You can easily brick your PS3 if you accidentally delete something you're not supposed to. So be very careful. Alright. We're going to go back into MMOS, and our two windows are here, so they stayed open, which is great. That's what we want. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to change whatever you want specifically, or all of them. So you're going to come into the HDD0 folder, go into that Coldboots Sounds wave folder, and you'll see 3 folders. One is for Coldboots, the other one is for sound, and the other one's for waves. When you want to change your waves, okay, you're going to back out here in this window. We're going to hit left on the D-pad and it'll take us back, right? And you'll be here. Now that we made that change in multi-man, you'll see a folder here called dev blind. In this area for the FTP people, you'll see one that says dev_rebug. So those on FTP, go into that dev rebug folder. Those who are here on multi-man, go into the dev blind folder. And then everyone will go into the VSH folder, double click on that, and then the resources folder. Now this is where our Coldboot, which is the images and the sounds, are located, right down here. So if you hit down on the D-pad, you'll see there's the Coldboot RAF, which is responsible for the image, and then the 2 sound files, Coldboot multi stereo. So let's change the Coldboot first. Double click here, okay, and then just pick whatever one you want. So I'm gonna do Coldboot X parent because I'm the one that did that. I'm going to press X on it, hit circle, and then X again to copy, because copy was already highlighted. Okay, then I'm going to come here, put the arrow here, press X anywhere on this window to move it to the top. Now I'm going to hit circle, circle, and then hit paste, just X. And it'll ask you, do you want to override it or install it or whatever, and just say yes. Okay, so we did the Coldboot RAF. By the way, the originals of all these files are in these folders. So the original Coldboot RAF is already in a folder. I have it for you, and the original sounds are in a folder that I think is marked Sony Default or Sony Original, something like that. So don't worry about writing over them. I already have a copy of them there for you. Right? So we did the Coldboot. Now move over to this window, press X to bring it up to the top, hit left and left again, and now we're going to go into the wave. The startup sound. For those of you on FTP, just follow along and just paste. All right, just copy and paste over stuff. So now we're in the startup sounds, and let's see here. I'm going to do Cobra Bite. Press X on one, press X on the other to turn them blue. Hit circle. Copy is already up on top. Press X. Go here to this window. Okay, press X to bring it up to the top, and now just hit circle, and paste is already highlighted, so press X and just hit yes. Okay, and now it did an overwrite on those two. So we're done with these for right now. Okay, so that's it. We've changed the sound and we've changed the image that's going to boot up. Now go back here, hit left on the D-pad to go out, left again, and now we're going to change the waves. Alright, so I'm going to pick one that I did, the Zebra Fire by Zoilus. Double click on it, and there's the lines QRC. You're going to come over here, and FTP people, just follow along. You're going to scroll up. You should still be in that resource folder. Go to the QGL folder, and now there's the lines. Again, you can overwrite this if you want, because I have the original one there that will work on your PS3. So it's not console specific. So I'm going to do the same thing. Press X to turn it blue, circle, then X. Now go over here, press X to bring up the window. While the arrow is up there, press circle, and now press X to paste it, and then yes. So that's it. Now we've changed all three things, and we didn't have to do it one by one like we did in the other program. I mean, which is not, some people feel safer doing it that way, and if you do, then that's fine. But here, once you get the hang of it, it'll just take you literally less than a minute to change everything. And on FTP, it takes you just seconds to do it. So that's it. Now we can close out of all of this. People who are on FTP, you need to now just go into the Rebug Toolbox and hit Restart in the Rebug Toolbox, all the way in the left column, and then choose Full Restart, and then just restart your PS3, and that's it. That's all you have to do. We here on Multiman are going to have to go out to Games, and then you have to disable the Dev Write Access. So it's enabled. Disable it first. Now go to the left column and do a system restart. Restart system. Now, all three things should have changed: the sound, the waves, and the image. And I know some people might be nervous at this point. PS3 isn't starting. They're like, oh no. There we go. We're good to go. So now the waves change, the code boot change, the sound change. We did it all. And again, you'll be able to do this super quick once you get the hang of it, and it'll be faster than doing it one by one using the program. Although there's nothing wrong with the program, it works fine. But if you want to do it faster, you could do it either the FTP or the Multiman way, and that's it. Now on some of these, whenever you change these, come to the themes. The theme settings area, okay, and you can mess with the color. Sometimes some of us, like I, changed the color on some of these. So see, there's a purple, now there's a dark blue. Now some of the people who make these, they don't change these things. So sometimes they're just one color, and sometimes they're just default colors or whatever. But as you can see, I did it different. I actually, instead of changing just the background to a single color, I made the band and then the top and the bottom different and all that stuff. I even had a little PS3 if you saw a little while ago. So anyway, we do crazy things like this, right? And if it ever gets too bright, just hit background, go to brightness, and then lower the brightness a little bit. And sometimes it'll change, well, not sometimes, but it will make the color a little bit darker and not as bright, and it'll even sometimes change the hue of the color. So you might find something there that you like when you mess with it enough. And that's it, people. That's all you got to do. Hey, I'm sorry this video was so long, but I wanted to show you guys how to be able to do this really quick. So listen, give us all in the CFW community support. Show some love. Give the video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, or if you at least enjoy the changes to your PS3. Look at my channel. There's going to be videos up if they're not up already. I'm going to show you how to make these type of things, how to change your sound, and how to edit these waves and do whatever color scheme and and all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, it's you know, it's going to be freaking awesome. They're going to be long, so make sure you grab some snacks or something. But again, hey, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate you watching. Keep the CFW scene alive, guys, and take care. Much love goes out to all of you. Peace out, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again.